away. I've drawn a blue line down your left arm and right forearm, and I'm going to slowly take your club back, and as you can see how your left elbow kicks out up in front of the blue line right there before it starts back. And when your club gets even with your back foot, your right hand is still, and your right arm is still right where it started. And let's look at Grant's takeaway. One piece, the right hand moves with the club. Right hand moves with the club. The reason this is detrimental to your swing is that it disconnects your left arm from the chest. And we need to keep that left arm on top of your chest during the swing. We worked on this takeaway in a lot of different ways in order for you to capture the correct feeling of the takeaway. We also did this drill with the stick where you would try to move the stick back with the club. You did this drill really well, and it helped you get this feeling of one piece takeaway. So you did that very well. And here's a target line view if you're doing the same drill. Very good. That's kind of cool looking. That stick is right with the shaft. Very nice. Very good. You started setting up and hitting some golf balls, but prior to the swing at the ball, you did a rehearsal takeaway of a little bit. So when you set up, you would take it back, one piece, very nice. That's your rehearsal. Then when it was time to swing at the golf ball, you try to repeat that feeling, and you did a very good job. This is actually your swing now.
Think about that shoulder.
Dustin, while reviewing your down the line video, I saw something else that I want to work on next. I put a circle around your head and Grant's head from this target line view. I'm going to move Grant first and watch how his head in the backswing stays in the circle. So the entire backswing, his head does not move. It stays right there. You have a tendency to drop quite a bit. So you have your base of your neck and here's your spine. But when you get to the 3 position, when your left arm is parallel to the ground like Grant's, you've dropped your head quite a bit. When you started, you were this distance away and you're measuring yourself to the ball. The club is right behind the golf ball, and you've got to try to return to that distance from the ball in order to hit it solid. But you drop now where you are closer to the golf ball than you were, and now you're going to have to pull up quickly and almost drastically on the way down to the golf ball in order to reset yourself to the same distance you started. And so you're going to have very inconsistent ball striking. You're not going to, sometimes you'll pull up just right and hit it well, but then there'll be other times that you don't pull up enough and you hit behind the golf ball, and there'll be other times you pull up too much and you hit it, top it or hit it really thin. So we've got to learn how to maintain this distance from the ball that you set at the beginning of the swing and set it and keep it there throughout the swing. Also, when Grant gets to the top of the swing, his arm is almost on the same line as his shoulders. When you get to the top of your swing, your arm is here and your shoulders are here. So I want to get your left arm more on that shoulder line. Once you get to that better position at the top where you are a little taller and that left arm is set in a better place, then your downswing will be better. You'll notice Grant, as he comes down into the golf ball, as he approaches it. I want you to pay attention to this foot right here. Very quiet foot. As he pulls down, he's driving to the left, he's turning his hips, he's turning his shoulders, he's pulling the handle down towards the golf ball, but a very quiet back leg. When he hits the golf ball, his back foot, right foot, is just barely off the ground. He's very stable there. He's able to, that head is just right there. So if I draw a circle around his head here, he's very stable, not moving around, just rotating right there. As you come down, you have to pull back up again. You can see how you're having to pull up to get back to where your setup was. I'd mentioned that you drop so much that you're going to be forced to pull up in order to hit it solid because you're too close to the ball with your head right now. So you pull up to hit it. Grant doesn't have to pull up because he's in the same position as he started basically. So, and watch your back foot, how it lifts off the ground right there. And I want you to have a much quieter back leg. So we're going to have to rebuild this piece right here. You've got a lot of good fundamentals, but we now are going to home in on the takeaway being one piece and connected, because I do think it's part of your head drop. One other thing I want you to notice on the right is you hitting an iron before we started working on some of the drills, the takeaway drills. And on the left is when you were doing the stick drill. And on the right, I'm going to take you back slowly, and you can see how much you've dropped your head forward and down. When your left arm is parallel to the ground, you drop your head quite a bit. When you do the drill and you weren't hitting a golf ball, you were just working on this turn, it wasn't difficult for you at all to keep your head in that circle. So working on the takeaway helps you not drop. The correct takeaway prevents the incorrect drop. And then we're going to continue to work. There's some drills I have in mind to help you not drop. And once you learn not to drop, then the reason to lift will go away. I can't remove this lifting right there until I prevent you from dropping. Once you learn to not drop, you won't have to lift. And then we'll quieten that back.